What's up, guys? Matthew getting ready to watch the second episode of The Pacific. Last episode, very quickly introduced to some of the horror, some of the absolute terror that I am sure that I'm going to see for the entirety of the continuation of this show. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just imagining, like if it starts off that gruesome, that sort of like, you know what I mean? Like, they literally had like a hard cut, like yeah, dude, this is bad. How much worse it's gonna get? I know. So so I know that certain what. Jesus, I can't speak right now. I know that certain, people were like captured, by the Japanese and were like put in their own concentration camps of sorts. So I wonder if any of our main characters are going to have to go through that. Main character, you know what I mean? That's the thing, and you guys know, I this is real life, but I consume it like a story. It's a TV show, so I'm sort of like predicting where the storylines are gonna go. So I don't know right now, but we met a couple people, Lecky, Phillips, Rodriguez. We met a lot of people. Obviously, same thing with season one. Not season one. Same thing with Band of Brothers. It took me a couple episodes to really get acquainted with everyone. Where I sort of fell absolutely in love with them, and then they ripped my heart out. So it's gonna be the same sort of format here. So again, I don't know if I can start off with me every episode saying I'm excited, because I kind of don't want to watch this, but I'm ready to get into it. If you guys do like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I have got the flying corrections up on Patreon, and by now I am a decent amount of episodes ahead. In the Pacific, I might already even be into Masters of the Air, so check the YouTube comments. It'll say the exact episode I'm currently on. And finally, most importantly, if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate if you subscribed. Again, it really does help me out. Let's get into it. I love these. I said in the first episode, it's probably like my favorite like quality of life sort of thing. Again, very Game of Thrones-esque for me. Like even like not even like functionality wise, it's just cool to look at. And this is again, you guys like I talk about it like a TV show, like they sort of like the writers picked out this spot, you know what I mean? But I love the setting, how sort of tropical and beautiful, most of these locations are going to be, and then immediately juxtaposed with the absolute fucking atrocities, the everything about it. It's a very good juxtaposition. Shit is like you can't tell where people are, dude.
No, sir.
Well, I'm gonna write Briggs' name down. I may see him fucking Jesus Christ dead in 2 minutes. Oh my god, man. God damn. See, I fucked up. I looked away, I fucked up. I gotta put my notebook right in front of me now. I can't be looking to the side.
Break him down!
Did we get him, or was it a mistake, or what's going on? Jesus Christ!
Password! Lorelei! Lorelei! Cover the rear! Make a hole! Make a hole!
Is he gonna make it, man? Like, that's the thing, like, media typically tells you, like, shots like that, you're dead. But, like, real life, humans are some resilient motherfuckers. They be clinging on for years after shit like that, sometimes. And sometimes you fucking stub your toe and you're dead. Get it off, goddamn! Oh, this is horrifying. You're covered in your fucking comrade's blood. No!
Evans on me. Yes, Sergeant.
That's another thing too with shows like this, or documentaries, whatever. With it, when army related, half the time they use the first name, half the time they use the last name, and when I don't connect to face yet, sometimes I have like double names written down, like I have first names, last names. Hope I have not done that.
Is this all you could find? You fucking forge next time.
Hey, who you writing to, Lucky?
My girl.
Dear Vera.
I knew it. It's abroad.
Dear Vera, it's raining. I'm entertaining Runner by reading him this letter. Can't wait to see you and ever so slowly strip you of your... You don't need to hear that part.
Oh, that's precisely what I need to hear.
Jesus Christ, go yerk it somewhere else.
Get that line moving, let's go.
That's... No! Get that shit away from my food, bro! I don't care how many trophies you want to put up.
Jap Navy sails up and down the slot every night and plasters us.
That don't got nothing to do with her.
You know, the only raider reports I want to hear have been sunk somewhere off some crappy island called
I
Guadalcanal.
mean, look, can I be honest? You're probably gonna die, so I understand. And you know that you're probably gonna die, but you need to calm down.
So the Japs got us surrounded. Is that what's bugging you?
John, I shit like 20 times a day. My ass is killing me.
JP's in a bad mood, Manny. Next we'll be complaining about the mosquitoes. Come here. Hot chow, cheer you up.
So yummy. Extra protein.
You give it as meat.
No!
Next.
This is how did... I mean, yeah, it's better than nothing. Like, don't get me wrong. We're obviously in a dire situation. But this actually fucking... Oh, my God.
Rumors that they would never get here to the contrary. The army just landed. I know. I want every man in my battalion shaved by 1600. Yes, sir. There ain't nothing much we can do about our dungarees. I figure we're just raggedy-ass Marines. We look this way for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I find it interesting the whole, like, shaving thing. And I obviously know for order and, you know, pride, respect. I would assume, you know, most of that stuff. But shit like this? Jesus. You have a goddamn civil war right here. No! Right on a shipment?
See, Evans?
Okay, we're
The
good.
Army don't know the Japs bombed the airfield, not the beach.
Stay low, get greedy.
Come on.
Pillage while you can. They're like pirates. Or ants, more like, swarming on.
Come on, get in. Come on, JP, come on. JP, make sure you get those cherries.
Why are they... Obviously they're stealing, but they're talking to each other like they're robbing a bank. Does it back up, dude? I'll take some shoes, man.
Army gets the new stuff and we fight with shit my grandfather used.
Hey, guys. Hey, look what I got.
Oh my god. Get the whole goddamn box. Just take it.
Oh, damn it. Let's go, come on. I said hold. Come on, JP. Hold. Go. Right there. That's right there. Hold.
How about you walk faster? I mean, I know you gotta... He's walking like a horror movie villain.
Sir? Army captain from the 164th's raising hell about somebody breaking into his trunk and stealing a box of cigars. And shoes. Not just any shoes, said they're his favorite pair of moccasins.
Oh no.
Wow. Bad luck for that captain.
Yeah, well, you might want to watch where you wear those. Or smoke any cigars you might not have.
No, you know,
Drink any hooch you might not have.
pass it around. You good? You constipated? What's going on?
Peaches. I got the goddamn runs. You had to get peaches.
They're all out of cheese, runner.
Like, I understand. Like, obviously, we can be ambushed at any time, and you don't want to wander too far by yourself. But you're shitting right next to our goddamn hole here. I'm just expecting a bullet right to the head. You guys know me. Any single scene, I just expect a bullet to the head.
Fuck you.
You got it, Peaches. You gotta write Vera about this.
I love the stupid ass fucking origins of nicknames. Yeah, we fucking do! What the hell? So far, my only complaint about the show is that it is kind of getting a little dark at points.
You make
You're okay. You're okay.
This is like torture porn, man. It's like the fucking. It's like heaven is crashing down to the earth. Aw, dude, it's just never going to fucking stop. It's never going to fucking stop. It's the only thing that matters. It's one of my pet peeves. You know, obviously I care about animals. I care about animals a lot. But I hate when people, like... If this is you, I'm sorry. I hate when people, like, prioritize the life of a dog over an animal. Or a person, an animal, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, just sometimes it's like, Jesus Christ. Damn, they put a lot of budget into the goddamn gore this season.
It's been a quiet sector. It's rough terrain. Topside thinks they're going to attack up by the Guadalcanal, hoping that they can run their armor up.
And this is going on like, what, 100 islands in the Pacific?
If the Japs do break through, and they retake the airfield, our orders are to take to the jungles and fight as guerrillas. This is not...
Dude, yeah, we're gonna lose a fight like that, right?
Anakin's being pulled up north to Guadalcanal. Japs will make their push up there.
Where's Briggs headed?
Setting up an outpost south of the line.
Fuck it. We're on our own. Let's go, Marines. Move, move, move!
So it always works out.
Be singled up.
They give you have less and less men, and then they give you more and more to do. All this fucking moving and rebuilding and this and that, and then, you know what I mean? We have a 4-hour fight, everyone's fucking dead. Well, move on, do it again.
Best case, we hear the shit going off on the other side of the ridge.
Why the other side of the ridge? Japs decided to go around us to hit the airfield.
We're too spread out, same as pulling in the 7th and Sector 3.
Well, same old story for the 1st Marines.
2-hour watches tonight all along the line. What you got smoking? Raleighs?
That's our allotment.
Only the officers get the lucky strikes.
Well, I can't have my platoon suffering.
Oh boy.
Eyes open, ears up.
All right, sir.
That was a gesture of a gentleman.
We must really be fucked.
I think it may be Marines. I know that there's like I don't want to say a joke because it's kind of horrific, but of, you know, people in the army finally getting a good meal and then like that being like the whole like, yeah, you're probably gonna die. Here's a final little gift.
Coming right at us.
So I gotta lean in because it's dark, but I don't want to get jump scared. Yeah, that's what you know. You gotta sit down. You fucking sit there and pray. I don't know. Again, I repeat, there's a level of respect for these people and the you know, the massive fucking balls they got on them doing this shit. But I'm telling you, if I was in this scenario and a higher up told me, hey, go run at these people with fucking machine guns or what? No. No. We going for round 3?
No shit!
That's JP for me. How many you got?
Half a bell.
That's it?
Yeah.
This is our last box too, Sergeant.
It's like a fucking wave like video game where they send different waves of enemies at you. Wow, dude, like the pressure doing that, like my hands shaking and sweating and shit.
We're going! We gotta help JP!
Wow.
Where the hell is my glove? Avoid the turn bar!
Hi, Sergeant!
Ah. These it's just, dude, there's too many badasses. Be careful and shoot through. There we go. They're multiplying out of nowhere. They're little gremlins popping up. There's already been so much action, and I know it's not gonna stop, man.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a horde of zombies, dude. They just keep coming. Man, if I'm one of them soldiers, I'm at least... If I'm running to my death, I'm at least shooting while running. I'm not holding my gun down until I get close. How many people have I seen die? Like, what? Maybe 100 already? This episode? I feel like it's been action for... How long have I been watching? It feels like it's been 20 straight minutes. Like, there's no room to breathe. There's nothing. You're panicking you're gonna die. And then, obviously, when you're in a situation like this, the more you panic that you're gonna die, the more possibility that you're gonna die. So, although I would probably be honest, I mean, at a certain point, I don't care how talented or skilled or whatever you are at this shit. It kind of comes down to all the luck.
Is he okay?
Yeah.
I'm physically.
Hey, Sergeant. Hand me that pail.
Sound like the religion?
Those are third-degree burns.
God damn.
Sir, anybody bring in Sergeant Rodriguez last night? Manny Rodriguez?
I wish I could keep track.
I don't even know these motherfuckers' names. He was fucking scraping that shit off. I was like, what are you doing?
Check the aid station.
Again, this is a stupid motherfucker right here, but he's a tough son of a bitch.
We're gonna be moving west toward Lunga, up on the ridge. 164 is gonna take this position. Get yourself some hot chow.
Aye, sir.
If you do good, you gotta be put more towards the fucking fighting and shit. I don't know. Just like that. It's okay. You can cry. I'll give you a hug. That's haunting. Wow. Jesus.
I'm enlisting tomorrow. I'd do it tonight if they were open.
Eugene.
I don't need your permission, Father.
I want you to survive here, my man.
I haven't for some time.
Like I said, it's one of the things, like, you're a human, you can live your life however you want. If you want to go fucking fight in the army, you know what I mean? Props to you. I mean, you're brave, but I don't know.
The worst thing about treating those combat boys from the Great War wasn't that they'd had their flesh torn.
The brain's
It was
fucking
that they had their souls torn out.
fucked up, depressed their whole life, PTSD.
Someday, and see no spark, no love, no life. That would break my heart.
Man, Pops is, I mean, it may be fucking secretly abusive or some shit, but Pops is kind of the GOAT.
After supper, I'll take him for a walk.
That would do it.
Screw the handshake, man. Hug me.
Thank you, Father.
How come no one likes hugs, man? Am I just a hugger? I want to see some hugs. He literally, no, I'm scared for fucking Sledge. Okay, I'm gonna call him Sledge because it's much cooler than a Eugene.
Brave and unafraid to die.
He's like a Disney kid, you know what I mean? He fucking has the pet dog. You're walking around. He's all nice, clean shaven. I don't want to see him die. And even worse, like his father said, I would rather see him die than see him be fucked up and haunted and soulless for the rest of his life.
As fast as a bullet goes. It's just a split second. Manny steps to the left.
Jesus Christ.
He slows down.
Yeah, but he didn't. I mean, he was where he was, and you know.
Like, so it's about to say fate, and like it's you can't control his shit. That's why I said like no skill, no training, no this, no that was gonna protect you. Like from those random ass moments that'll probably get you.
If it happens, it happens.
Save every sip, every molecule.
So how bad was it?
I would assume that that's not a question you should normally ask.
From who?
What do you mean?
I mean, before you got here, had you ever even heard of this place?
Guadalcanal? Everybody's heard of Guadalcanal in the 1st Marine Division. You guys are on the front page of every newspaper in America.
Wow. See, this is what I mean, like, and it's doing the same, not doing the same thing. I got goosebumps there, but I don't like the fact that I got goosebumps. Because these are heroes, but in my opinion, if you have heroes, you don't put your heroes through the most terrible shit of all time. I mean, sure, a true hero burdens that, but even still, like, I don't want to see heroes struggle through this and see their friends fucking die. I must say, real quick, and obviously, you know, I'm comparing this to Band of Brothers, you know, because I'm made by the same people. I gotta be honest, I am a little disappointed that not only is there, and it's not a huge deal, because obviously, you know what I mean, the main point is real events, obviously, but they're acted out, they're, you know, dramatized and all that. But I really did like the sort of closing, like 2 or 3 frames at the end of each episode that sort of gave some information. Again, not that I need it, but I like them. And then obviously I do wish there were some interviews at the beginning. Again, this is made 10 years later, so you know, if there were barely any survivors back then, I would assume there's even less now, or you know, 10 years ago, and then none now. I don't know how old. What is it, 20 years? Yeah, probably not a lot of people are alive right now for it. So, but it's still, I liked that. Seeing some of the real people talk about these real events, and you know, again, like, I don't know if like is the right word. I gotta stop talking about it, but I feel like I keep slipping up because I don't like what I'm seeing half the time. In fact, I'm fucking depressed. you know what I mean? It's horrific. And again, another thing too, and again, I don't want anyone to think I'm being negative or anything like that, but along with those two things that I would prefer, the only thing that I will say, the action, this episode was pretty good, except it was very dark. I hope that they brighten that up a little bit in the next couple episodes. But other than that, like I said, a fantastic episode. I mean, I love the acting. Obviously, fucking sucks they got Manny out just because, you know, I love Bernthal. I mean, but like I said, this is even before his Walking Dead days, so, and I know that Walking Dead is what really launched his career, so I wouldn't have assumed him to be like this massive role in it or anything, but even still, that's man, that fucking sucks, dude. And I don't want Sledge to come over here, man. It's obviously gonna happen. Wait, did I get, yeah, okay, yeah. Dude, there's so many names in this, and again, I'll say my famous joke, because it's the fucking truth. All these young white guys look the fucking same sometimes, so sometimes it's hard to keep track of the names. But yeah, that's Sledge. I did get that right, I'm pretty sure. Again, like, I know it's gonna end up horribly. Whether or not a situation like that, you know, with these young men going, because that's something I complimented in the first episode. I kind of liked how they were focusing a little bit more on the family dynamic, like before they went to the war, for a couple of the people, like Lecky, and you know, had a little bit of Sid, had a little bit of Eugene. I liked seeing that because it made me connect to them a little faster, And by like seeing it, I mean I'm going to cry when they get fucking obliterated because I know them more than other characters. So, but you know, showcasing them at the house, you know what I mean, saying goodbye to their parents or this or that, it either makes me feel like, you know, it's going to be three things. Either they're going to die over there and we're going to get a sad cut to the parent. Either the parent's going to die while they're gone and they're going to come back to a dead parent. Or both parties are going to survive, but the child is going to be absolutely fucked up when they get home and never be the same. So, with PTSD and all that. All that fun stuff? It's not fun stuff. Not fun stuff. It's again, obviously I'm not a historian, so when I think or analyze or shows like this, I think of it as like a story, or I compare it to Band of Brothers, which I've seen. Obviously Band of Brothers episode 2 opened up with some insane action, and the later half too had the Brookcourt Manor. Did I get that right, guys? Am I learning? Did I get some brownie points? I think that's the right name. I don't know, something like that. But it feels like there's a lot more action in the Pacific, and obviously, again, I've been saying I know that it's a lot bloodier and it's a lot more gruesome. But it almost, and that's not at that level yet, whether or not like just pure action wise or the connection to the characters. But it almost feels like we're having like mini Bastones every episode. You know what I mean? Like it's just, ugh. But yeah, it's another thing too that I because as I said when I watched Band of Brothers, like not a historian, never really been interested in this time frame. I don't really like reading about war in my spare time, and it's not like a fun thing for me. So I don't typically tend to do it. And this is obviously, I heard how good these shows were, so I did want to sort of dip my toe into it. But out of all of, out of World War II, like, the school system does teach in America, in fucking New Jersey, does teach me about, Hitler and, Mussolini and all that stuff. The Japanese aspect, the Pacific aspect of the war is significantly less focused on in the school systems. So I know a lot less about it. You know what I mean? I don't know the order of events. I don't know, like, I've heard of specific battles, like Iwo Jima, I think. Iwo Jima. And stuff like that. So this could go anywhere if this makes sense, because it's another thing too that I'm just thinking about it. With the focus on some of these characters before they went to war, I would also be very interested to see if they followed them after war, because obviously in Band of Brothers there really wasn't any of that. It sort of started with them training for the war, and then it ended with the war ending. I could, and kind of, being quite honest, I kind of hope we do follow a couple of the characters, maybe for like an episode or two, after the fact. I don't know how to describe it, because like I want to see it, but I don't want to see it. But I want my heart to get broken. If that makes any sense. Like I don't want it to, but I kind of want it to. This is like a toxic watch. Like I'm learning, and obviously my respect and my admiration for these men rise every episode, every scene, but I don't know, dude. And it's another thing I tried to talk about in the episode too, but like them being just like hailed as heroes back home, like I don't know. To me, a hero is rewarded, or they should be rewarded. You know what I mean? So, and I don't think they see themselves as heroes. You think to all the Band of Brothers, you know what I mean? Interviews, and almost none of them, you know what I mean? Well, I'm a hero, and then talk themselves up like the greatest person in the world. No, they had respect for their brothers, and they have pride and respect for those who sort of fell during the you know what I mean. So I don't know. I don't know if you can describe them like, or if you want to describe them as heroes, because they're not. They're being put through such horrific shit. And again, I'll repeat. I know that this is a really bloody aspect of the war. And I know that, and again, I don't want to sound insensitive, because again, I'm not a historian, but to me, if you're on the side that is allying towards Hitler, or what I mean, you're the bad guys. But even if this makes any sense, just because you're the bad guys doesn't mean that they're all bad. So even though some of these guys are fucking crazy and they're, you know, coming at you and killing you, you have to kill them back. And they're humans with families and with loved ones. And I just couldn't fathom. I just couldn't fathom. No human should ever have to be put in that position. And you especially add on to the fact that, you know, your brothers are getting fucking killed and bleeding all over you and this and that, and no, I don't quite think so. I really like Lecky. Obviously, I mean, I feel like, you know, if we have anything close to a main character, he would be the main character so far. I do really like him. Pooler seems okay. He's giving me damn. Why am I forgetting Mustache Man? Man's name from Band of Brothers. You guys know who I'm talking about. But yeah, again, I don't really feel like I knew Manny that well. As in, like, I just kind of met him a little bit ago, but because it's Bernthal, I did love him. So it is like a shot to the heart. But I'm liking all the dynamics. JP, JB, something like that. So again, it's something that I'm just thinking about Band of Brothers and just the format. So I really liked the first 3 episodes, but it wasn't until the 4th episode where I went like, whoa, this is a really good show. Like you know what I mean? Like, this is an all-time great show. And that sort of, you know, realization not only came with, you know, an amazing episode, but it really started to focus in on some of the characters, giving them character arcs. You know, it's you know, dramatized history. It happened, but they sort of make it palatable with a good story, following a good character. You know, having them go on a little mission or an experience, something like that. So I do kind of hope that we go to that in the future, because, you know, the last couple episodes, the second half of Band of Brothers was so fucking good. You know what I mean? Getting a Nixon episode, or getting a Doc Rowe episode, getting a Randleman episode, getting episode 5 about winners, which was fucking incredible. I think that a show like this, or a story like this, that is sort of, you know, based off of history, but is dramatized, I feel like they really thrive entertainment-wise when we really, like, sit down and get into the nitty-gritty with a character study. While also showcasing other characters, of course, but I do hope we get into that. And like I said, and it'll be the final time I'll say it, unless they keep fucking doing it, to be quite honest. But the only necessity I need out of the rest of the show is bring up the brightness a little bit. I mean, I got my monitors up at the, you know, top settings here, but that shit was dark, man. It's you know what I mean? It's Game of Thrones season 8. It's dark and it's dark. It's both. It's horrific to watch, and then you can't even see some of the stuff sometimes. So. But I would say, and I'm sure that someone will, again, I'm not making fun of you guys. I know that, just like me, you know, I have favorite shows, and so I defend all, you know, the legacy of my favorite shows. And I'm sure some of you guys in the comments defend your favorite shows. One could argue that, well, actually, they made it dark because if you think about it, if you were in the situation, it would be really dark. Yes, I understand that. This is a television show, though, so I don't want anyone to make that argument to me. It's a moot topic, or argument. But other than that, like I said, I really enjoyed the episode. I love the little, I want them to do more. Again, we're only in one location, so it's not like we're bouncing around, but like something about, I love maps. I don't know if I've said it on the channel at all before. We're getting into one of my secret loves. I love maps. So seeing those little shots at the beginning of episodes, I really do enjoy. But other than that, I think that is going to be it for this episode. I really appreciate you guys for watching the second episode of The Pacific with me. I will see you guys next week for episode 3. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I have got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. I'm probably a decent amount of episodes ahead by now. Check the YouTube comments to see the exact episode I'm currently on. And if you enjoy my content, I would really appreciate if you subscribe. Again, it really does help me out. You guys have a good one.